Welcome back, nature keepers. I am the Lorax. I speak for the trees, and by the time we're through, you'll be speaking for nature too. Today we're going to the farm. Old McLorax had a farm, E-I-E-I-O-ho-ho, and sorry. The farm is where people grow crops and raise animals. You can find lots of different kinds of animals on a farm, like cows, pigs, and chickens. Pigs have excellent memories and are really smart, even smarter than your dog. But just like dogs, they love belly rubs. That hits this part a little to the left. Oh, yeah. Chickens like to cluck. But did you know that the chicken language has over 24 different types of sounds? That doesn't even include body language. These animals give people food, clothing, and other goods. But raising animals on a farm can also hurt the environment if they aren't taken care of properly. This is Farmer Rob, who's working to run his farm in a way that can actually help the land.
It all starts with the soil. We call ourselves grass farmers. You can't grow grass without healthy soil, and your animals can't grow unless you have healthy grass. So when we originally landed on this property, it had been farmed for years as a potato farm, and there was almost no organic material or nutrition in the soil at all. It was basically space dust. So the first thing that we did is we brought animals out here, we started putting that organic material back into the soil. Now you start to see all these other animals in this ecosystem form around the ones we're running. So here on the farm, we have cows, we have sheep, we have pigs, we have geese, we have ducks, and also we have the native wildlife, so the hawks, the owls. We also have ground squirrels, we have different rodents, and all of these things coexisting on the property. Oh, and our livestock guardian dogs. Come here, Doug. Come here, buddy. Come here. The dogs are essential to the farm because we have lots of animals that want to eat our chickens, eat our pigs, and so the dogs are there. They live with the animals 24/7. They're there to keep them safe and protect them. In the Pyrenees Mountains in France for thousands of years, you would have these dogs. That's why they kind of look like sheep, because they would lay within the sheep herds, and if a wolf or a predator came, they would be in there and they would be able to defend them. And so definitely a crucial part of the farm. So when an animal is raised on a farm where only one animal is raised, like a cow, a lot of times there can be negative impacts on that animal, and the farm can have negative impacts on the environment. And so what we try to do here is integrate all the animals together, and they can really improve the environment around it. We can head over here and check out the cows. If we get too much closer, they'll just run off. Cows are really fun to raise for a number of reasons. One of them is just the way that they integrate in nature. Even when they eat and the way they wrap their tongue around grass and pull, that tugs on the roots and it stimulates growth. And cows are super intelligent. That's exactly what you want. Poop is great. It's the fertilizer for the soil. And the soil then has the bacteria in it, which breaks down the poop, and that creates a healthier spot for the grasses to grow. The grasses keep nutrients in the soil, and they keep the water from running off, and it makes a much healthier environment for the animals. A lot of what we do is mimic nature. So if you look at the Great Plains hundreds of years ago, you had herds of millions and millions of buffalo. They would come through and eat the grasses down. And so we run our larger ruminants first. So the cows come through and they eat the grasses down. And then as the antelope would follow the bison and the buffalo, now we have our sheep and our goats follow behind that. And then the chickens follow behind that, and the pigs, and they're kind of the cleanup crew. And we let the ground rest and we let the soil heal. And then by the time we run over that pasture again the next time, we have a much healthier grass and environment. Chickens are really fun to work with for a number of reasons. They lay really cool eggs. You can have blue eggs, you can have brown eggs, you can have white eggs, even green eggs. The hens are actually very proud, so when they're in there laying an eggs, they squawk and they let everybody know that they're doing it. The inside has holes all over the floor, so we can control how much manure is in each spot. Basically, we just move the coop about a full length every day. We encourage our chickens to be outside eating bugs and worms. I would say about 40% of their diet comes from doing exactly what they're doing, out picking, scratching, foraging. They almost look like a T-Rex the way they kind of walk. You'll see them in the mud, they're digging with their talons, looking for worms, really letting them express the chickenness of the chicken. But one thing you always see is vegetarian fed chicken when you're in the supermarket. Chickens are not meant to be vegetarians. So we feed the chickens in the coop, and the pigs are always under it, so a lot of the feed falls on top of the pigs. Pigs are awesome because a pig is what you would picture on a very lazy afternoon at the spa. They're getting their mud facials and rolling around and just being dirty, but it looks like they probably have the most fun on the farm out of anybody. There's never a dull moment with the geese, and the geese are a little bit more aggressive. You have to be careful around them because they'll hiss at you, but the geese are fun to be around because if there is a predator that comes in, the geese will alert the dogs and let the dogs know that they need to come protect the other animals. Farms that aren't organized in a regenerative manner can definitely have a negative impact on the environment. So one of the best ways to help regenerative agriculture is to learn about it, is to educate yourself on where your food comes from and how it's raised. Talking with your friends and researching it are great ways.
One of the beautiful things about the environment is the way that everything is connected. The pond is a great example of an ecosystem. An ecosystem is the community of everything around an area, the plants, the animals, and the non-living things like the rocks and the minerals. And in an ecosystem, the things are all depending on each other. Even if something doesn't seem important, like you may think, bugs aren't very important. But if there were no bugs, the birds wouldn't have anything to eat, and there wouldn't be any birds. So each thing is important in its own way. All right, I'm looking for bugs to catch. I see some swimming around in here. Look at this cute little snail. Snails love water. They need it for their little trail of slime that comes out the back. I think this guy is very cute. You may wonder, how do plants and algae get their food? Because they just seem to sit there, right? They don't go anywhere. Well, they take the heat and light from the sun. The plant's roots take nutrients from the soil, and the leaves take in air. And the sun helps the plant process those minerals and what they get from the air, and that's how the plant gets the food, and that is called photosynthesis. In the food chain, the animals eat the plants, and that energy goes to the animals. And then some animals may eat other animals, like birds eat insects, and that energy then goes into the birds. The energy flows through the food chain, all coming from our lovely sun. So right here we have some poison oak. This can grow near ponds, and it is something to watch out for because if you touch it, it can make you super itchy, and it is not fun. If you do get some poison oak, look for this plant. It's called mugwort. People call it nature's antidote. Rub it where you got the poison oak, and it should help with the itching some. When you're visiting a pond, you want to make sure to protect the biodiversity and the nature. This is this plant's and animal's home, so you don't want to harm their home. You want to treat the things you find with respect. And you want to leave it beautiful, so when other people come and visit, they can enjoy it too. In general, for the environment, it's a great idea to reduce, reuse, and recycle. Especially don't leave any trash at the pond, but don't leave it anywhere. Find ways to reuse what you have so that we're not creating waste. If you enjoy learning about ponds, one of the best things you can do is learn more. Study what is around you, where you live, and sharing what you learn with other people. It's so nice and relaxing to just sit by a pond, take in the sounds, and enjoy the sights. It's a great place to bring your family or your friends and have a great day out in nature.
Gather round, kids, for my quirky quiz today. I'm the cat in the hat. Anchors away! Do you like sharks? Let's dive in deep. Grab a paper and pen. Your scores you can keep. Question 1. Sharks can be big and they can be small. But who, I wonder, is the biggest of them all? A. Great white shark. B. Hammerhead shark. C. Baby shark. Or D. Whale shark. Here comes the answer. D. Whale shark. Wonderful! It's the longest shark that you will ever meet. We measured it and it's 44 feet! Question 2. We never find bones because sharks don't have those. What are sharks made of? It's also your nose. A. Cartilage. B. Air. C. Shells. D. Skin. Did you get it? A. Cartilage. Cartilage helps sharks to turn and to bend and move through the water much faster, my friend. Question 3. Sharks don't have limbs like you or me. Their fins glide through the water seamlessly. Yet I cannot recall the fin on the back. Can you help me find it? Give it a crack. A. Top fin. B. Lateral fin. C. Dorsal fin. D. Flipper. Ready for the answer? C. Dorsal fin. Dorsal fins on the top stand up and are ready to keep sharks upright, swimming even and steady. Question 4. This shark doesn't use its eyes to see. I wonder if you could tell me, who could it be? A. Goblin shark. B. Nurse shark. C. Wobbegong shark. D. Sneaky shark. Did you figure it out? A. Goblin shark. The goblin shark lives way down in the dark. There isn't any light, not even a spark. So how will this shark catch his prey? His sensitive nose will show him the way. Question 5. Let's play a numbers game. You'll need to count high. How long have sharks been here? It's much longer than you or I. A. 500 years. B. 3 million years. C. 400 million years. Or D. Before time. Ready for the reveal? C. 400 million years. Sharks have been around long before the dinosaur, about 400 million years, maybe more. Question 6. This shark looks scary upon close inspection, but may be in danger without our protection. A. Reef shark. B. Hammerhead shark. C. Great white shark. Or D. Megalodon. Think you know the answer? C. Great white shark. Great white sharks can seem quite scary. They have sharp teeth, and we should be wary. But swim where it's safe, and they'll leave you be. You will stay as safe as on land you will see. What part of a dog is for balance so they won't fall over? They can also wag it and make it go faster or slower. A. Ears. B. Paws. C. Leash. D. Tail. Did you get it? D. The tail. Great job. Dogs' tails are all different. Some are straight and some bend. A hook tail hangs down, then curves up at the end. Dogs don't have hands. They've got paws, don't you know? How many nails on each paw do they typically show? A. 2. B. 4. C. 6. Or D. 13. Ready for the answer? B. 4. Dogs have a thick pad and 4 nails on each paw. But on the foreleg, some have a 5th nail called a dew claw. Irish wolfhounds like Baxter are the breed that's the tallest. Which breed is Chico? He's one of the smallest. A. Greyhound. B. Pipsqueak. C. Chihuahua. D. Cocker Spaniel. Did you figure it out? C. A Chihuahua. How delightful. Chihuahuas are small, but their spirits are strong. Some have short, smooth coats, others have long. What's this brave dog with nerves so steady? For any emergency, she's always ready. A. Bichon Frise. B. German Shepherd. C. Great Dane. Or D. Calico. Think you know the answer? B. The German Shepherd. German Shepherds are smart. Some help the police, working to keep everyone safe and at peace. Which dog is lucky, who likes to run, jump, and swim? Having fun with kids is perfect for him. A. Labrador. B. Basset Hound. C. Dalmatian. Or D. Puppy. Ready for the reveal? A. A Labrador. That's right! Labradors swim with ease. Their double coat's a cheer. It keeps them warm in the cold, and they shed it twice a year. With coats of many colors and sizes big and small, which kind comes from many breeds and can be the friendliest of them all? A. Purebred. B. Mixed breed. C. Wolf dogs. Or D. Robot dogs. Here comes the answer. B. Mixed breed. You're so smart. Mixed breed dogs are a treasure to be found. With wagging tails and happy barks, they'll always be around. They're lovable and friendly with hearts full of cheer. You can rescue one from a shelter and find a friend so dear. Count up your answers, every last one. In my way of scoring, we'll have lots of fun. Only 1 to 3? Perhaps you prefer cats like me. 4 or 5? Neat! Here's a puppy treat. All 6? Whoa! You're the best in show! When we walk in the door, they come running to meet us. Wet kisses and tail wags are right there to greet us. There are many things that these dogs can do, but the joy that they bring is simply being with you.